Hello, I'm Angel Nieves, the host from the Your Pet Detective Show. On part two of Do You Know Where Your Pets Are? And I'll be talking about first of all, we spoke about prevention, how to prevent your pet from being stolen. Now I'm going to be talking about what happens if the pet is already stolen. You had it tied up on a pole, or you have it in a car, or actually had the dog outside around your fence area, and your dog disappeared. Was it stolen? Taken by wildlife? Or did it just escape? Let me tell you one thing. Your pets are escape artists. Doesn't matter what kind. It could be in land, by sea, or by air. For example, an octopus or an eel in your aquarium. They are escape artists. They know how to get out. And not only that, the octopus is so smart that will not only get out, but go to another area because it's a good predator, and then goes back to his tank. Parakeets, birds, they're the same way. They know how to open up a cage. They know how to fly out. And that's even dogs and cats. They go through the tightest spots. They'll dig their way down the fence, and they disappear. These are pets. These are your pets. They know how to get out. They know how to escape. That's one way they go missing, especially if they're not spayed or neutered. When they're in heat, they look for a mate, so they disappear. That's why it's so important to spay and neuter your pets. Another way is a person. I don't care how much you say that your dog will not go with anybody. It doesn't matter that they're experts. They know how to get the dogs back. To steal the dogs from you and get it back. And a perfect example, I was down in Manhattan once, a couple of years ago. A guy, he had a blue nose. Beautiful dog. Beautiful. If you know what a blue nose is, a pit bull, but it's like grayish, whitish. It's got a blue nose, I guess, so they call it a blue nose. They got a red nose. But this was a blue nose. Beautiful, beautiful dog. And the dog was inside a building and, talking to people. And I know some people, so I was talking to. And this dog just laid down on the floor. And the floor was nice and cold because it was so hot outside that day. And to make it short, the guy said this dog goes with nobody. Nobody. It's okay. And the dog's looking at me and feels me, sniffed already, but it's laying down. And he was trying to make the dog walk now. The dog won't budge. He's pulling the dog with the leash, dragging the dog, and the dog just stood there like nothing. And even people said this dog would never leave as it feels that cold floor. I said, all right. So I snapped my leg I smacked my leg, and let's go. And I started walking. Now the dog is pulling the guy. The dog is walking with me. He listened to me, not to the owner. I never saw this dog in my life. You don't know the prediction of your dog, but the dog knows the feeling and the vibe of a person. And that's how it's easy to be stolen. Yes, your dog will go with anybody. And God forbid you have the dog tied on a pole and bite somebody. What's going to happen? They'll take the dog. They'll probably put him down, God forbid. Or you get sued. They'll take everything. Your home, everything. Your salary, pension. Because the dog won't go with nobody and the dog bit somebody. God forbid, a child. So you have to understand this. It's so important. It's so important for you not to leave this pets outside. But now it happened. Your pet is gone. Don't know where. Oh, one more thing I left out. Predators. Wildlife. Coyote, an eagle, a hawk, an owl, another dog, a cougar, an alligator. Wildlife. They will actually try their best to get your pets. Okay? So those are things you would have to understand of how your pets could go missing or you run away. So what you do now? First of all, if your pet goes missing inside the house, first thing you think is the dog ran out. Someone left the door open. So what you do? What you do is you check the whole house. Animals love to hide. And it's not hiding. It's called a comfort zone. They find a nice cozy spot in the closet, in your blankets, underneath the bed, between the cabinets, whatever place you can't even think of they'll be doing, they'll be there. You have to check. Go outside. Check your ringtone if you have a ringtone or any kind of videos. Go outside. Look around. See the area where the dog could probably escape, which is usually underneath. They dig a hole. They don't have no bar in the bottom. They just go right under. And that's including a turtle. A turtle could dig and get escaped too. So now you're looking for your pet. It's not at home. You have video cameras. It doesn't show. You even see a car stops and then leaves. That could be it. Or could it? So what you do is you go to your neighbors and check to see if they have any videos. You also do is you make out a police report. I do hear a lot of people say the police don't want to make a report, but if you go by that kind of logic and don't try, it doesn't help. When you go to the police department to make out a report, have your papers ready, make out a quick flyer, show pictures of your dog. You have any microchip, show the microchip, the number, the vet, what type of dog breed it is. When you go over there, it's considered, for now, lost property. Yes, a dog, a cat, any kind of animal is considered as property in the states of where you're at. Probably changed some states, but I doubt it. It's considered property. You make out a report for lost property. Make sure you have the name of the officer that attended you. And if there's robbery, like somebody stole at gunpoint, or you saw the person take your dog, or someone saw an individual take the dog, you have pictures, have all that ready. Because what happens is, they will stay open as criminal possession stolen property. It will stay open. If it's a robbery, it'll be a robbery first and then stolen property. And it goes to the detectives. In New York, for example, you make out a report. You get a report number. They call it a complaint number. Or called a 61. That's police terms. And then from there, you ask, if it stays open, you ask for who's the detective that have the case, because you're there already. Well, you should go home and then come back to see a detective, or by phone. You want to be there in person. It's hot. So what happens is, it's open case. They do is they call the detectives upstairs. They find out who's taking the case. And the officer is there. The detective is there. He'll give you a preliminary interview and get the facts together to start working the case. That's the way it goes. Then you make out more flyers. You go to in New York, ACC, ASPCA. They have different agencies for the same thing in other states. It's the same exact thing, probably with different names. SPCA, ACS, whatever it's called. You go to all those first, especially if your pet is not microchipped. You go to those places and you give out your flyers. You go to the vets. You go to Petco, PetSmart, because they do grooming, and give it out to them. And then from there, you go to the media. Media, I don't mean I do mean also the news, but also you go to Facebook, you go to Twitter, you go to all those other new come out with, even Citizen, then the app Citizen, or Ringtone, whatever, all those you put it up. You have flyers going out there. You have media going out there. And then you give out those flyers all over the area where you live at, the area where your dog was missing, those areas. Another thing, do not put food outside for your pet to come home and eat. Your pet is not going to taste it. Why? We have predators. Wildlife is going to be eating it. Not your cat, not your dog. And what's going to happen is, because they're predators, is going to keep your pet further away, or why go to another location for safety. Now you really lost your pet. Putting toys outside or animals' clothing for they could smell it, that brings back predators looking for your pet because they smell the scent. So it's looking for your pet and finds the clothes and keeps your pet away. Don't do it. The thing is, do not give up. Try your best. Don't stop. Call for professional help. Call a rescuer. See, they have better ideas, probably to go with you. You have more manpower. Call for a private investigator, a pet detective, a tracker. Those are the steps you take to find your pets. Do not go by scams. Never front the money. Never. And if you do go somewhere, go to a location, if somebody claims you found it, a location where it's secure for you. Not a known area of the person that has your dog, because it could be a setup. You need to protect yourself. You need to think. Now with the microchip, this is the last thing I'm saying. The microchip. Make sure the microchip is up to date. You call the agency. See they have your name, your address. See they have your cell number. Do not put a phone number of your house, and then from there you're not there. Somebody calls, nobody answers. Your cell. Actually, you should have a burner. A burner just for this. You have a burner, you use it. When the case is over and you get your pet back, then you get rid of the burner. Because if you give out your regular phone and everybody in the world has it, even when you get your dog back, they're still going to be calling you saying, I got your dog. No, they don't. You got your dog. Take these steps. Any help, you call the local authorities and the rescuers and professional helps. I guarantee you, you have a better chance in finding your pets that way. Next week, the next part will be part 3 of what to do when you find a pet that is not yours. The steps you should take. Thank you for listening. Do you know where your pets are? And please please microchip your pets and spay and neuter your pets. Thank you.